What the fuck? This is like tabbing out of a source game. What the fuck ever. Alright, let me try something else. Oh wait, ISSBROKIE dropped yesterday, holy. Yeah, I don't want to play GameCube emulation. Let me listen to this shit. ISSBROKIE is an artist that might need a bit of an introduction for many of you watching. ISSBROKIE, also known as Steppy, is a talented up-and-coming transgender artist from the Bay Area affiliated with the rap group Karma Mob. With a versatile sound and a unique perspective, she brings a lot to the table, not only in terms of music, but also with art as well. I've been listening to many of her songs on repeat for the past couple months, and I can say with full confidence she is one of my favorite artists at this point. There's simply just nobody like her. Now, if you know anything about this channel, then this video might come as a bit of out of left field. All my videos are about fighting games, and now I'm talking about some random person. And to be honest, I'm not likely to upload anything like this again. This is primarily just a one-off for the genuine vice grip that Brokey has had on my music listening experience. I didn't even find out about her until like the last couple months, and she turned out to beat everyone that I've been listening to for a year. Now, let's establish how I'm actually going to rank these songs. I'm going to rank every song of hers, within reason, from worst to best. Now, the rankings will be broken up into tiers, primarily for the sake of the structure of the video. We're going to start at D tier and work our way up to S tier, which will contain the top 30 Brokey songs. And just for clarity, the tiers are respective to Brokey as an artist, meaning that just because I put a song in C tier does not mean that I think negatively of the song. To explain how the songs were chosen for this list, I simply went to ISSBROKIE'S Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube music pages, including the Brokey Vault SoundCloud. The songs that are not eligible for this list are any non-musical interlude or skit, any song made primarily as a joke, any non-Brokey songs that have her as a feature. This will include Karma Mob collab songs and such. The video would kind of become out of hand if I allowed all these features to be in one video. And finally, covers. With that criteria out of the way, we are almost ready to begin. However, two huge disclaimers before we start. One, this is all just my opinion, and basically entirely subjective. I try to break down the music to a level of like quality, but at the end of the day, I'm super biased. You're gonna see a lot of songs in B, A, and S tier, and that's just because I really enjoy ISSBROKIE'S music. So if you disagree with any of the placements in this video, I'd love to hear what you think. And two, ISSBROKIE is an artist that is unfiltered and raw. This means she does not censor herself in how she feels or what she says. In many of her songs, she uses words like these. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to play any clips that have these words in them. And as far as I know, all of these are slurs she can reclaim. However, it would be disrespectful to assume that my audience would be okay with these subjects, so please listen at your own discretion. And finally, this video has been a bit of a large undertaking, to say the least. This video is extremely inspired by Papa Kool-Aid's Ranking Every Little Darky Song video, which I will put in the description, along with all ISSBROKIE socials. I will also be linking a video by Underrated Music about ISSBROKIE, as they go a bit more into detail as Karma Mob as a collective. And I believe anyone who is interested in this video is definitely going to be interested in that video too. Finally, I'd like to thank Raggedy Muffins, aka HILDAGARD VON BINGUS, for helping me out so much through this video. She made the thumbnail, so thank you so much. Her socials will also be in the description below. Alright, that's enough of the intro shit. Let's get into the list.
I just played Skyrim off a shroom, that shit was terrifying. I just stole your little brother's 3DS and now we crying. I'ma beat his little ass up, yeah, I'ma send him flying. I just fucked your bitch, I'm a dog, bitch, I feel like
Now, I know that I said that nothing here was meant to be a jab at Brokey, but I really don't have that much nice to say about this song. It is the only song in D tier, and that's because it's just not really good compared to everything else I've heard from Brokey. The hook is pretty insufferable, and a lot of the early flows are kind of meh. The lyrics and the beat are also just not great. The song does pick up in the later parts, the beat switches to something better, and Brokey flows better as well, but overall the first 30 seconds make me want to click off. I can't in good faith say that you should listen to this one, I just don't think it's that good.
stay tight with your bitch though. Blowing up my snap when she calling me a himbo. I'm not a simp though. I leave that bitch on the liver. She wanting this dick, but that shit in the liver.
This is a pretty old song, and I feel like that's pretty obvious from the sound. It's not that well mixed, not that that really bothers me that much. I really just find that there's nothing particularly special or good about the song, but nothing really offensively bad either. I really don't have that many feelings on it. It's just not great. It's just fine.
She look like Uzaki, that bitch gave me face to my soul of my body. I run to your block, now I feel like he tied. Got a mask on my face cause I feel like Kakashi.
I think the song has potential, but I think it's a bit held back by the lyrics and the flows. They're both just a tad bit generic, and ultimately Brokey has a lot better bangers. It's not a terrible song, but I think there's a lot better to come.
I'm up in this bitch like a doctor. I'm a fuck his father. Then I put my dick up in his daughter. That bitch drinking on my bitch like his monster. Now she got heartburn. Brokey way too fruity, no starburst.
I'm sure this seems a bit low for such an iconic Brokey song. However, it's just not really gripping me. The flow is being a bit like offbeat and kind of like trails off. It just doesn't really do it for me. It's fun and it's got a good beat, but overall to me it's just a decent Brokey song and not really anything that special.
Giving me the type of attention, got me wishing I was faceless. Bitch, I'm sexy with a nice ass voice, I look like breaking. Got a 2K jacket on my back that I get paid in. Got a triple K belt up on my waist, it's looking racist.
Peg certainly has an interesting beat, but overall I'm not really sure I'm a fan. The way Brokey flows on this song is actually quite low energy compared to a lot of her other songs. I think it's just a little monotone and not super interesting to listen to. Despite this, the song does have better bars than the last one, so it definitely ranks a bit higher.
And I really be sliding on every beat of my motherfucking iris. If you talk a shit, we can get to the fighting, but I do not fight it. Just frying with lights on the end of my tactical block with a light bitch. I stay cranking 90s on rappers, no type of a child. I really be motherfucking grimy, so stop all that whamming, little bitch.
This might be my least favorite beat Brokey raps on. Horn beats just don't do it for me most of the time. There's just something about them that doesn't really jive with me. I also find that Brokey's flows at the beginning of the song just aren't like very appealing. It definitely picks up at the 45-second mark, but to me it's already a bit late at that point. The final nail in the coffin is that it gets annoyingly bass boosty at the end. And I find that that kills a lot of the replayability factor for me. So the song just kind of ends up at the lower end of the ranking.
Shout out to Dillinger, we got new Prada on. Fuck your bitch, then I fuck your mama's son. Rappers ain't eating little bitch like Ramadan. I fuck a bad bitch with no condom. Wake up in the morning where half my shot are gone. Shout out to DJ Smokey, I got red eyes on me all the time like Sharingan. I don't got it.
I have no idea how much of a hot take this is, but I really don't care that much for this song. Two of my biases are gonna kind of rear their ugly heads here. For one, it's a horn beat. But secondly, I really often don't find myself enjoying features. Typically, I'd rather listen to a solo song from each of the artists. So, with both of those combined, along with the fact that I'm not that big of a fan of Craze Dillinger, and the song just kind of ends abruptly and anticlimactically for me, I just don't end up loving this one.
This is not your passion. I'm up in a lamb truck, cruising and I'm gassing. Shame on me if you ever catch me lacking, cause the blame on me. Now I feel like I'm Hugh Jackman.
One of the first departures from the typical rap tracks we've heard so far. Unfortunately though, I feel like Tetherball just misses the mark in some aspects. The vocal filter is not really my favorite, and the beat is very minimalistic, so I can't help but just be slightly underwhelmed. Due to the novelty though, I can't really put this song any lower, as it is a bop in the right circumstances.
I'm feeling fabulous. Bitch, give me brain like that hoe doing calculus. Counting my racks that bitch need an abacus. That hoe be fatherless, she was an actress. You got bitch on my dick, she a groupie. I told her nah, bitch, I ain't fucking with groupies. She told me please brokey, let's go make a movie. And so I said fuck it, my nut in her Gucci.
The song is definitely good in some aspects. The beat is quite nice and I enjoy some of the flows quite a bit. But unfortunately, I find that it's overall a bit of a generic brokey song, along with some of the lines just being very slightly off the beat, which kind of bothers me likely more than it should. I do like the song quite a bit though, I just find that there's better to come.
All these rappers tryna do it better. They seen us lesser. We cluttered and we stack cheddar. And we rap weather. I got Ray 13 all on my sweater. In hot weather. I'm getting green, I feel like Shredder when in the sever.
Another horn beat, but this time I actually have some good things to say. I really like how creative some of Brokey's flows are on this song, and I really do think she makes the best of this beat. That being said though, yeah, I don't really love it. It's a good song, but I just can't find myself putting it any higher.
Suck on my cock, she got dick breath. When it come to my cock, it's what she wanna inject. Your gang is a bitch. I swear to God, I got a big for your shawty to lick legs. I got a strap, 007, no suppress. Do you not have no bitches? I don't deal with bitchless. Me and Brokey gonna drop all your homies, they ain't gonna do shit.
I find the chemistry between Brokey and LAC makes this song quite the banger. The beat serves its purpose well, and the end bit is actually quite funny. The main issue that I find this track has is a bit of questionable lyrical content. Even by Brokey standards, this one's got a little bit of something else going on, I don't know. For that reason, I don't always find myself coming back to this one.
Bitch, I am your father, now I feel like I'm Darth Vader. Karma mob on the fucking grind like some skaters. That boy driving a piece of shit, he whipping in a mater. White cracker bitch, yeah, I call her Nilla Wafer.
Funnily enough, the clip that I played for this song I feel like is actually quite good. But I'm gonna be honest, the rest of the song is not nearly as good as that, 4-line bar there. I enjoy the beat quite a bit, but ultimately Brokey chooses some weird flows to me. I feel like there could have been some more done by a more like punchy fast rap type thing, but instead there's just kind of this feeling of a lot of dead space that doesn't really mesh well for me. I do think there's quite a few clever lyrics on this song, so I can definitely respect what it brings to the table. Overall though, the song is just a bit too slow for me in a couple of ways.
Talk crazy saying that I'm not a chick. Talk crazy, I might go and take your bitch. Black crazy, got a meter long clip. Black crazy, got a meter long.
This is a nice little bop. For me though, it overall gets a bit repetitive, despite its short runtime, so I'm not really bumping that often. It sounds good though, it's just not really that impressive, so it lands itself here. intro to Gremlin goes so hard. Unfortunately, at least for me, it falls off after that. I feel like Brokey has better shout rap songs, and at the end where she just kind of screams Gremlin over and over, I don't know, it just doesn't really hit for me. I certainly respect what the song brings in terms of its uniqueness, but I think you'll see that there's better songs of this type in the future. And by future, I didn't exactly mean the song right after. Overall, SSJ is a bop, but it feels a little similar to Gremlin for me. Some of the lyrics are a bit hard for me to decipher, but overall, I think the yelling is done just a bit better, so it goes right above.
Got no drip, boy, shopping on Navy. I make hits, you my shit too wavy. I'ma steal his bitch, now fuck boy hate me, but he realize it, why his bitch so flaky.
The theming of the song is quite good. However, I just don't really care for the club-type beat thing going on. I honestly just feel like this song is a little held back. Like, it's not as punchy as a typical Brokey song normally would be. I do really want to like this song, but unfortunately, personally, I just can't put it any higher. Distortion Incarnate. Definitely better than the other shout rap songs we've heard so far, though I find that it's a little bit slow for the energy it's trying to exude. There's a beat switch in the middle where Brokey kind of goes into some more traditional rapping, which definitely keeps the song fresh. It still suffers from tempo though, to me. It's an extremely slow song for how aggressive it is, and I feel like that throws off the vibe just a bit. Still a pretty fun song though.
I'm getting full as a bitch off the J. I can't fuck with no slut in that bitch on my bay. Damn, Brokey done came out the bay. Bitch, I'm from the north, I'm not from LA. SF, but I ain't with the gay. Full stat when I pull out the J, she spray. You get no hoes on the way. You say fuck house cat, ain't with the straight.
This beat is a bit silly and quirky. Unfortunately, along with its minimal nature, I'm not exactly sure it really helps the song out. Then again, this is a kind of song that isn't really meant to be taken super seriously, so honestly, as a goofy little track, I think it's a decent listen.
Okay, if I
force you to listen to ISSBROKIE music,
the only thing that comes out that's left of you is your eyeball, you're probably
We're finally in the B tier, and I felt like this song kind of deserved to be in this spot off of significance alone. It's a purely instrumental track, and overall I can't say that I find myself listening to it by itself, really at all. However, it is quite important to the overall tone and atmosphere of the Pink Hair EP, so placing it in C tier just feels kind of wrong. Despite this, due to the fact that the track does not have anything particularly interesting going on outside of the catchy ukulele and the playground noises, I can't really see myself placing it any higher.
Cause I got too many problems where I'm picking and choosing the wrong things that I should say, or my shitty solutions like self-harm or smoking weed, trying to make an illusion to feel like my grip on earth hasn't started to loosen.
This track is another quite old one, however, it fills me with a lot of nostalgia from when I was listening to artists like Samza. The lyrics are quite well done, and the beat is honestly quite nice. The mixing isn't perfect, but I don't find it takes away from the track too much since it has a bit of a lo-fi vibe going on. I think the main thing that knocks this song down a peg is the fact that it is only 62 seconds long, and Brokey isn't even rapping for all of it. So yeah, not a perfect song, but I definitely have a soft spot for it.
You just added fuel to my fire. Yeah. Really trying to fight, yeah. Fucking all my friends that aspire, yeah.
Despite the fact that this song's title is a joke, it certainly has effort put behind it. Overall, the feature is good and it has a decent vibe. It's almost a bit of a proto-moi track, if you will. Trust me though, we will see this executed significantly better later on.
My god, I remember we was chillin' up on FaceTime. You say you like the way I talk and I was so fine. And if being pretty was a crime on FaceTime, so we fuckin' when I see your ass next time.
A nice chill Brokey song. The beat is quite minimalistic and chill, which honestly I find works in the song's favor. The lyrics go through a love story where Brokey wishes she could turn back the clock, which I find to be decently encapsulating and overall fits the vibe of the song quite well. My main gripe is just kind of how low energy it all is. Even for a chill song, the delivery is just really whispery and I don't know. It's definitely a nice vibe though.
Lean out the window, don't worry, the spray shit. None of these rappers my shit gon' be famous. Kirby's too stupid, you rappers is brainless. Can't get a leaf on my dick, feel like David. I really been grinding and up in the status. Stuck in a box, all these rappers in cages. I can't understand the lyrics they say.
To be honest, I really wasn't fucking with this song on first listen. But, the more that I've listened, I do like it quite a bit. The beat on this song is bouncy, and honestly, Brokey and Bladesmith both slide on it quite well. My main issue is just that Bladesmith's vocals are just kind of weirdly mixed. They're a bit quiet for me, and I find that to be a shame just because if it was a bit more louder, we would hear a lot more of that aggression. There's a lot going for the song, but just because of some audio issues, I don't really find myself putting it any higher.
I just gotta analyze, then I drive. Wanna fight like it's the only way to survive. I gave her ass a high five. Left her legs shaking, give her powers to revive.
The ethereal vibe on this song is quite unique compared to the songs we've heard so far. I think Brokey's vocals sound pretty good, though the way she decides to deliver the bars at times feels just a tad off. The singing is quite good though, and I find the beat works. There's not really much else I can say, it's just a good song.
I only smoke gas, can't get off of the couch. You just smoke it ash, your pet make you frown. I'm smiling ear to ear, high as a bitch tryna drop. I'm in a whip just trying to steer, passing a couple of cars.
The koi feature just doesn't change the song that much for me. The beat and overall vibe is super sleepy, which can be good in the right circumstances, but honestly this song is just not one I'm constantly coming back to. Brokey's verse is definitely my favorite part, but it honestly doesn't get a lot of time to shine with how long the chorus is, and I find that to be a bit of a shame. Another thing is just that I feel like there are other songs on this album that achieve the vibe but have a little bit more to offer. Overall, I don't find myself listening to this one outside of the Moi album that often, but I do think it is a crucial component to the album, and I would miss it if it was gone.
Cock on massive, big dick energy, little bitch, I've been back. Big lips slobbing on my dick from a bad bitch. Bitch, I put 100 on a dash on the average.
A nice Brokey banger. The beat starts off quite minimal, but it picks up as the song continues. 77777's verse is pretty decent, though there's a couple things about this song that bother me more than they probably should. For one, I don't like how Brokey teases with a bit of yell rapping before passing the baton to T7. And secondly, I'm not really a fan of how the song ends. It's just a bit abrupt, and there's like 8 seconds of silence, which is quite annoying when I have it on loop or in a playlist. Despite my qualms, I do like this one quite a bit. There's just a couple things that hold it back for me.
Back with the raps, I be strapped with all these cats. Okay, my back in the back, this shit is gas. Okay, my homies in the trap, cooking up like a lab. Okay, my bitch snorting crack off my ass, look at that. Okay.
I've really got only one main issue with this song, and that is that I find the beat to honestly be a bit repetitive. It switches up for a bit in the middle, and I kinda wish it stayed that way for longer because to me it's a little bit more pleasant and it adds a little bit more variety to the song. Besides that though, I actually really enjoy Brokie's flows and lyrics on this one, and overall I find the song to be a decent rap track.
Going by the boom, I'ma let it. He ain't talking shit no more cause he know I might shoot you. I cannot fit with none of your raps, that shit is Instagram live while I'm up inside this.
Here's a nice ethereal track. It's got a chill vibe and the way that Brokie flows on it is quite decent. Some of the flows are even quite unique, which is certainly appreciated, as my biggest issue with the song is that it feels kind of repetitive at points. I do like the song quite a bit though. It's got a unique atmosphere and it overall is quite a bop.
But just be wise, why would you wanna settle up inside my sick mind? Depression is a hoe and I'm a pimp, I guess it's funny. Mr. Sandman stole from me when he punches at my nose, ain't bleeding my shit running.
The beat on Thank You might be one of the best yet, and Brokie absolutely glides on this track. Probably some of the best rapping so far. The lyrics and the rhymes are all pretty clean. However, what holds the song back for me is just the fact that it is a little bit minimalistic, with a short runtime. I honestly don't find myself placing this one super high, but it certainly is a great song.
How can these rappers be stealing my flow to be stealing my jokes? No Louis C.K. How can these rappers be doing the most? Try to get me to go like bitch, go play. Bitches young Brokey got heat like a stove. If you need me, I'll be in the cut with a J. Rolling and smoking them shits, I be talking to a bitch in the booth. I don't know what to say.
If you don't like distorted 808s, stay away from this song at all costs. It certainly gives the track a unique sound, though I can't say it is strictly a good thing. Brokie flows over the beat quite well, and there's some decent lyrics, but overall it's definitely the flows that make the song for me. With all that in mind, it certainly is a certified Brokie banger, and probably one of her more recognizable songs.
Burner accounts, I ain't putting it past you. Sorry bro, you missed your chance for the clout. Pull up to my show when it's up, I'ma smack you. All of this shit, I be chuffing too loud. Smoke till it give me a panic attack. You heard of me, but I ain't hear about you now.
There's a nice ethereal vibe on this track. The chorus is honestly really catchy, along with Brokie's lyrics and flows being pretty nice, and the spacey vibe on the beat. It all just comes together to make a really nice song. There's not really much else I can add. I kind of just like this one, and that's it.
How you finna hate on me when you ain't got no dollars? Rappers acting hurt, talking shit, swear I ain't bothered. All these hoes be 5 out 10s, promise that I'm hotter. Smoking on that Zaza, putting Cody in my water.
Upper Stopper is quite well rounded in its strengths. It's got good bars, the beat is bouncy yet chill, and Brokie's vocals are quite unique and sound great. The biggest knock that I can have against this song is that in total it's only about 1 minute and 20 seconds long, the first 8 seconds and the last 12 seconds being small skits. However, as you might know for this channel, I kinda love fighting games, so her mentioning Third Strike definitely makes the song a lot funnier for me. It's definitely a great song for a more chill or goofy vibe.
Bitch, I got a Glock, make it suck on hell, that's more my friends are few. Sipping hello rock, I'm sipping go. Okay, I'm munching on Zala, we gotta pull over. He said he want blood or turn him to a donut. I'm here with my blood, I'm dripping in a choker. Stacking my chest, I ain't talking poker.
The song had the potential to be so good. However, there's kind of one aspect that holds it back for me, and it's that I feel like the beat eats up some of the vocal clarity at points. It's such a shame because I feel like everyone goes so hard on this beat, and it's a good beat. Daki and LAC are honestly fantastic features for the song, and if everyone's vocals were just easier to decipher, I feel like it could have been an easy A tier. The beat is pretty nasty on this one, and it honestly might be my favorite aspect of the song. Brokey has some unique deliveries which keeps the song interesting. However, I feel like it doesn't save the song from being just a tad repetitive overall. There's a lot of time given for multiple choruses and a slowdown section in the song, so it doesn't feel like Brokey has a lot of time to really just do her thing on this song. However, I still like it. It's just not crazy.
Looking like nibble. They hear then they go. I don't hear any more of the lyrics they wrote. They have fear of a hoe. Who be here with the flows? It's Brokey to go. You a queer, you a joke. I'm like beers with hoes on my smacker like ego vert.
From stick with a scope to stare down the scope, we have another good Brokey banger. I honestly though find the first 20 to 25 seconds to be a little bit middling, but it gets really good whenever the beat switches up for a bit and Brokey swaps her flow up. Definitely the best part of the song for me, and it kind of dies down a bit afterwards. She does have some good yell rapping towards the end though, and as a whole, I think the song goes quite hard.
But you know you be stealing my swag, bragging about a free feature. What the fuck is that? If you talk shit, finna get slapped.
As might become apparent throughout this ranking, I kind of have a huge bias towards some of the Brokey EPs. RXD is no exception, though I definitely find this to be the weakest song out of the four. The 808s are so distorted and punchy, to the point where I feel like it kind of contrasts with the vibe of the song. I do like Brokey's vocals quite a bit, and the chorus is nice and catchy. It's certainly a solid song. I'm just a bit on the fence about those 808s.
I don't care if you hold still. If you talk it hella cash, get the Mac, get you killed. If you talk it any chance, get this trap, let it spill. I might fuck up for your dad, but you know he is a deal. Get your mama body smack, cause you know that she a mill. Got a skirt on my ass, matter of fact, it's a kill.
Just another banger. The 808s are fat on this track, and it fits a lot better with the vibe compared to Fabulous. I do find that the 808s do drown out some of the clarity in Brokey's vocals though, which is very slightly annoying. She does have a great aggressive delivery though, and her rapping is solid. Not a go-to from Richie for me, but definitely enjoyable. I really like the beat on this track. It's quite distorted and fits the vibe well. Definitely skip out on this one though if you're not a fan of distortion and aggression. The shout rapping on this is genuinely very well done, and the Gen X2 feature is kind of perfect for this track. It's not necessarily a go-to for me, but I definitely enjoy this one a lot.
Microwave tea, that's what I've been sipping on the low. Feel like Jay-Z, fucking with a bitch, she 45. I'm rocking Maybelline all over my face, my eyes go. Can't believe I'm in the same scene as your shitty flows.
For me, this song has a preferable vibe to Too Faded. The beat is a bit more appealing, and frankly the chorus is too. Though I do prefer Brokey's vocals to EXO's feature. Overall, I do like this song quite a lot. I just find that it falls at the lower echelon of the Moi tracks.
Chillin' with the homies, done it different on a block. LVKF only on the beat, you know it knocks. Yo, bitch, give me neck and promo every time I drop. Yo, shit is a no-go, we too fire, you are not.
Yeah, this is another Richie banger. It's gonna kinda sound similar to a lot of its sisters, but Brokey has some better bars and flows on this track than the songs below it. My main gripe with the song is 77777's feature. It's not bad as a whole, but there's just kind of something about songs where Brokey is referred to with he/him pronouns by other people that makes me just slightly uncomfortable. I'm not trying to get offended for Brokey or anything, it's more just a personal thing. As a whole though, it's a pretty fire song, but I would probably rank it a bit higher if it was just a solo track.
I fuck with bros, I don't really fuck with hoes. I don't fuck with pussy, but oh well, I'll have a go. On the other side and this shit, I gotta go. Now for the next couple of weeks, he hit my phone. Hey, Brokey, do you think that I'm a hoe? Yes, bitch.
A decent chill song, Brokey's got a slow flow throughout and just kinda keeps it low key. I think it sounds fine, but it's not exactly the most gripping. The beat has a real good vibe to it though, with the key melodies and a bit of a clicky percussion almost. And there's also definitely some funny moments on this song, so overall it is a nice vibe.
I cannot be stimulated when I'm off the blunt, bitch. Hand me all that sauce. I've been trying to get turned on, yeah. Bitches fucking when I hit the club. He asking to hit, I look at him like, are you done?
The production on this track is pretty robust. It sounds great. The beat has a spacey ethereal vibe, and Brokey delivers a great vocal performance. My main gripes with the song are that Calder's feature isn't really my favorite, and the song feels a bit slow at times. As a whole though, I think this track is definitely a bop.
Keep a razor in my mouth cause I feel like I'm in prison. Keep a laser in my pouch case I want you to go missing. Keep a saber on my couch in case I got somewhere to stick. You a faker, just want clout on the oppa where I'm pissing.
I feel like Brokey's vocals are a bit off on this track. It's either that she's a little quiet or something, but at least to me, the energy is just a little bit lower than I would have expected. It's a bit of a shame because I feel like if there was more volume behind the vocals, the track would be a little bit higher up on the ranking. As it is now though, it's a good track with a solid beat and good rapping, with a somewhat minor flaw, so it lands here up in upper B tier.
To pay, hit the door, bitch, we ain't going on no dinner date. Bitch, I got bills to pay, I gotta liberate. Get on my creep for this Glock, he obliterate. Give me that little fuck boy, let me demonstrate. Pull out the heater, I let it incinerate.
The beat on this thing is addicting. Probably one of my favorite beats up to this point. Brokey definitely does her thing on this beat, and specifically shouts out a bunch of people, including Nation's Burgers, I guess. This is kind of the turning point where I'm going to have less and less negative things to say, and it's more gonna be just me kind of gushing about these songs at a certain point. So that's my Brokey me writing warning.
Now we tied as ever like braces up in your dental. These rappers driving me mental. They copies, ain't talking stencils. Now I stay shitting on rappers and snapping on instrumentals. I'ma take it number 2 to these rappers ain't talking pencils.
Brokey raps over this beat quite well, and is kind of the main appeal of the song for me. Obviously it's a remix, so there's not a ton of points for creativity necessarily, but the lyrics are beautifully introspective and the outro is well sung. Overall, this is just a high quality track, and I think you'll see that I'm kind of a fan of Brokey on these boom bap beats. And of course, RIP Doom.
Yeah, shout out Fulcrum, bitch, I'm faded than a hoe. Yeah, I see all plays, them shit spotted, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm too creative, all this shit is off the dome. Yeah, tell her repeat that shit, all this shit is off the dome, dome.
The vibe of this song is just great. Brokey's got some amazing vocals on this track. I really like the pad melodies on the beat. It's small, but it sounds heavenly. I will say that I'm not in love with every single delivery of every line, but the vocals are quite nice as a whole. Again, I think there's better songs on WoW with this type of vibe, but this one is certainly a solid track.
No, please don't ever hear my phone again. I can't risk fucking up what I got. Don't come on my block. Matter of fact, you're blocked. I ain't trying to talk. No, I ain't trying to talk.
This song's so catchy. It's a real sleeper hit in my eyes. The guitar is very well done, and Brokie's vocals are consistently great here. And the lyrics hit hard. The song genuinely feels like it could be an indie pop banger. It's definitely a thumbs up from me.
You look like a virgin. You rappers just copy. No, we are not working. Bitch, call me mommy. She's sucking and jerking. Bitch is a thotty. Bro, I'm just observing.
The interpolation of "I'm too sexy" in the middle of the song is definitely worth mentioning. I think it's quite comedic. I really like Brokie's rapping on this track. I feel like she almost kind of carries this beat. It's really not anything that special to me, so the fact that she makes it work so well here is kind of impressive. The variety of flows she uses keeps the song fresh, and overall I find this track to be quite the bop.
I'm obsessed with the music and lyrical. I can say dumb shit and still be the pinnacle. I better say something stupid yet typical. Yo, bitch, get moist around me, color critical. That was the stupidest bar I can spit off the top of my head, but I'm still looking mythical.
This song is so bouncy and has some great energy to it. It's really just Brokie rapping over a fun beat. Just a bit whimsy and silly, really. The lyrics are nothing to write home about, but it's honestly just the flows and the silly little vocal filter that Brokie uses that sets the tone of the song. That's about it. It's just a good song.
I got these bitches all over me. I just be floating beats. Bitch might call me a rolling G. I love my bitches up orderly. They having sex normally. Not disappear like a sorcerer. No bitches obese. Morbidly. She's sucking all up on me. Borderline.
This beat is so infectious to me. It's so simple, but what Brokie does over this thing is downright premeditated murder. The best flows on this track are very well done, and she switches it up often enough to keep it interesting. As I will probably say for this entire ranking, I wish it was a little bit longer. And some of the flows are a little off at times, but that's really negligible stuff. This song fucks.
I'm fine, I've been doing so fine. Cut to my thighs, scared of my mama's eyes. She a sorry mama, I've been geeking for a minute. Calling on my friends saying I've been at my limit. I make it a one-way ticket. Bullets in my brain just to stop all the itching.
I'm going to be honest, this song was the hardest to rank. The last 20 seconds is just pure noise music, which kind of tanks the song's real listenability most of the time. However, I think the song is just so powerful. Like, those last 20 seconds are genuinely fucking nuts. The rest of the song is good in its own right. Brokie talks about how she's not feeling great and is attempting to lie to people about it. And it sounds good. That breakdown at the end is such a unique aspect of the song that I'm also just kind of torn about. I'm going to leave it here at the high end of B tier, just as a representation of letting out pent-up anger and anguish and pain. I think it just deserves to be here.
Get out of my mess. She's on my dish. She don't care about facts. My luck is I thought I got hella extensions. Bitch, I'm a samurai Korean tension. Bitch, in my way. Should've saw my dick. I stand to the store just to cop a fit.
The kick and 808s on this track are so fat that it's kind of impossible not to headbang. I also find the more yell rappy aspects to be quite well done. There's also just some really fun bars and flows here. It's a pretty average, no melody Brokie song, but I think it executes it well. Though I definitely feel like there's some more no melodies in the future that will show this song up.
Yeah, handful of fake bitches, they ain't even fine. They ain't even fine. Yeah, where I'm sipping on some tea. Yeah, most of y'all don't even know what that means. Yeah, walk out in a party, then go straight to VIP.
Brokie's vocals are definitely the star of the show. They're overall just super catchy and memorable. The only thing I can really criticize the song for is the minimalistic beat. It's mainly just not really mind-blowing. Aside from that though, I honestly find this to be a great melodic track.
I stay inside some more and talk to all these people on the internet to hide my poor behavior, drinking, smoking until I cannot feel high no more. Know what the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me?
That case has kind of a lo-fi vibe going on. I find that Brokie's voice is quite good on this track, and I really enjoy the piano melodies with the drum loop. The whole song just has a great atmosphere. The topics Brokie brings up on the song hit pretty hard, and I think that she has a lot of introspective moments. I really like this track, but I kind of just have more attachment to some of the other Pink Hair songs.
I just fucked your bitch ass. That way finna switch her when we roll up in a whip fast. Finna give him whip lash. His bitch on my dick, that bitch riding me like it's Six Flags. His bitch on my dick, I stole her heart, I hit her like fast. I'm smoking not exotic and it's smelling like I ripped ass. I'll pull up in the foreign green up on me like I'm kick ass.
The beat on this track is such a vibe. The chorus is very well done, though it takes up a large amount of the song. Brokie keeps the flows pretty similar throughout, but I honestly don't have a problem with it because the rapping itself is just so well done. And some of the bars on this song not only are quite clever, but just so memorable. I particularly like definitely a smooth song. The competition is just fierce.
I mostly wish I had some money I could toss to auntie, cause she runs a bar in Oakland next to Theater Fox. And honestly, I wish I had the money just to buy this beat. Hit up Calder, asked for 3. He sent me some, he said it's cool to ship for free.
The bass line on this song is sexy, especially with that piano in the background. I really like how many unique moments there are on this beat and on the song in general. Brokie does some really good rapping, with some lyrics that just express how she's feeling about the life and the situation that surrounds her. It's a very vibey song with some hard-hitting lyrics, which makes this a great closer to Bitter Bitch.
Man, I wonder if my old friends know I'm the shit. Got a song with a mill and a mill on my wrist. Okay, that's exaggerating, but I'm killing a spit. They been feeling my shit, eat a beat like some grit.
This is a very solid Brokie banger. I find the first half of the song to be a bit weaker, but after the beat switch, it just goes. The 808s are fat, and Brokie just has some great flows over it. There's also some just good bars on this track. I'm definitely appreciative of the longer length compared to the typical Brokie track as well. Overall, it's a really solid song all around, but I just don't find it particularly stellar in any one aspect.
But you ain't glaring at me, simply observing. It's absurd to think the perfect person came into my circle. Open curtains, cause you making me feel anything but worthless. I can keep my guard down around you, know you not a serpent.
I really enjoy the chorus on this one, and the rhymes are also definitely respectable. The sentiment of the song as a whole is very nice. The vibe is just infectious. It's certainly a feel-good track. It's a bit less focused on the actual rap, with a verse that's kind of similar throughout, which ultimately I don't think is a big deal, but it is certainly a noticeable aspect. Honestly, it's a great song. I just haven't found it as impressive as some of the stuff that's coming up next. Being the closer for Richie, Kaiju is honestly one of the most unique sounding songs on the album. The anticipation for the beat drop is excellent, and once Brokie starts yell rapping, it's honestly some of her best. The main thing that I find holds back this song is just that once the verse ends, it kind of continues on and on without much substantial content outside of Brokie yelling she's the GOAT. It's definitely a great closer and some of her best yell rapping, but it's just not my favorite song.
Tweaking little bitch doing coke, man, smoking on some shit that I don't even know yet. Wait, hold up, bad bitch named Carol. I for that bitch while we watching Will Ferrell. What's L? Fuck that bitch daughter named Meryl. She got her pussy squirt on my apparel.
The beat for this track is unique as hell. It's got like a floaty jazz feel. The vocal samples spliced into the beat are also just sick. Brokie's flows are clean and she's got some fun deliveries. The whole song is just honestly smooth. My only gripe is that The intro bit is quite long, though I do think it's actually pretty funny, so I can't complain too much.
Walking your bitch house, she talking shit when I'm fucking this bitch. I'm talking on Twitter cause he tryna get out. Chillin' in Vegas, sleeping with my dick out. I got a stick out, I got a big house. I got a big house, you know I stick out. Bitches, I'm broke, you know I cannot miss now. You was a fatty, don't know how to mix now.
This beat gets some clicky synths towards the end, which are so catchy, and probably one of my favorite parts of the song. I also like the interjections of random audio from video games and whatnot. It's honestly really charming to me. Brokey has some great flows and bars, especially when she picks up the pace. It's a really good rapping track, which makes the minute 15 length quite unfortunate. Without question, a Brokey banger though.
Sound matching with the hills, feel like Rick James. I might have to smack a bitch for real. Unagi the ill, eating sushi almost every meal. Got a couple mil, I ain't even had to sign a deal.
The vibe of this song is so laid back and casual. It's a fantastic feel-good track. Those bars referencing H2O Delirious and Oni Plays are quite cute to me, though I'd understand if other people found them a bit corny. I do really enjoy how unique the beat is. It honestly doesn't really get stale for me. The song as a whole has really good replayability, which is certainly a nice bonus. The chorus is also pretty catchy, and overall just equates to a high tier track.
Fuck her till she can't walk like a vegetable. I'm beating her back, realigning her skeletal. I'm smoking Zaza, this shit is not medical. Yo, plug a fed and he only sell edible. I don't do dates, little bitch, I want genitals. This stroke chick got me up in my decimal. You whipping like you was a compacted federal. I'm popping in pillies, I'm popping in Astrodome.
Brokey comes in with some great aggressive delivery on this track. The beat definitely hits with its deep 808s. As a vibe, I think the song works quite well. I think the only place it really falls off a bit is some of Brokey's flows. A few of them are just a bit off, which kind of makes the song have a little bit of a weird structure and how, the song actually goes, but despite that, I really do enjoy what the song brings to the table, and I find it to just be an overall great, energetic rap track.
Sold some Sherm to a fiend, look like Phoebe Bridgers!
I'm like 10 times bigger than I was when I was beefing with you chumps. Frankly, I don't give a fuck what you gotta say about me. All your music fucking sucks. Beefing with you out of boredom, while I'm laughing when I bite.
Kicking off the A tier, we've got Boredom. A chill song with some nice fat 808s. It's honestly a great vibe. Brokey's got some really clean vocals on this track, and utilizing just a bit more of a melodic flair in her rap. She speaks about people she used to beef with and how she's just bored with everything, and how she should also get back on the grind. It's a great bop, but it's overall a little less interesting than the other Moi B-sides for me.
I'm so fucked nowadays. I be fighting like some reasons I should got nowadays. I'm stuck in a pool of bad luck nowadays. Hit him with a aim it right first face. How come all these damn artists gotta suck nowadays? I be fighting like some reasons I should got nowadays. I'm stuck in a pool of bad luck nowadays. Hit him with a aim it right first face.
An extremely unique song in the Brokey discography for me. Essentially being a metal song with elements of rap injected into the verses, it is, in my opinion, Brokey's best yelling. Not necessarily yell rapping, we'll get more to that, but in terms of like, for a chorus, yes, this is fantastic. The only thing I can really knock against the song is that the bridge and the chorus aren't my favorite, and feel slightly repetitive, honestly. But that's ultimately small potatoes when the song sounds this good. And the ending segment is just a really good send-off to the song.
It didn't have to be this way. Taking my hand just to throw my trust into outer space.
The guitar and bass on this track have some phenomenal vibes. Brokey's singing on this song is genuinely beautiful, and the lyrics hit hard. The track is overall quite minimalistic, which I think works in the song's favor considering the sort of melancholy vibe it's going for. I think it's a very good sad mood song.
Mini shit, I don't got time for all these pics. Live my life while I face these splits. Come on outside and we with them dicks. You're okay, i.e. I'm in this bitch. I'ma hit one time, then I'm finna diss. Take it to the side, tryna ride like dick. Big butterfly, doing suicide by bit.
This song is a certified banger. I'm super biased towards the high-pitched vocal filter. It's infectiously good. The first beat has these punchy 808s which hit super hard, and then the second beat has a bit more of a bouncy vibe to me, which just makes it such a bop and closes out the track really well. Brokey raps quite well on these beats. The lyrics are classic ignorant Brokey stuff. They're nothing crazy, but they sound nice, which is the important part to me. I think this is definitely one of the better hits on Richie.
We fucking in 90, follow her Twitter. Follow my Insta, now she tryna finger. That notification gang, turn on that ringer. I hit it from the back, she sound like a singer. Yeah, me and my shawty fuck bitches like swingers.
The intro to the song is pretty slick, and the beat using a jazzy sample along with those low-tone vocals is genuinely fantastic. The low Kizzy feature is genuinely a highlight of the track for me. They have some great bars and flow super well over the beat. Brokey also does her thing on this track, of course. The outro piece is a hilarious little nugget of dialogue and possibly one of my favorite in-song skits Brokey has ever done. Overall, this track is just smooth as hell.
Chain silly, I've been on that ego shit since day one. I don't even talk to rappers, always on that gay sum. Idols in my DMs tryna nut at me like, hey, what? Bitch, I'm too bad for these hoes, I'm the A1.
Vibes on this song are immaculate. Brokey has some witty bars on this track. I especially like,
Bitch, I'm like Medusa. I got your shawty stoned by looking at my fucking face.
the beat is low-key, but nice. The vocal tone is quite monotone, but the flow is nice and smooth. This is definitely a nice, calm Brokey song. There's not much above or below that for me, but I think it conveys the vibe so well. Even with all that, this is the lowest ranking song on the Colon 3 EP, which I think says a lot about how I feel about those songs.
You cannot feed her, tryna beat me, suck my wiener. I'm already that bitch, sorry you cannot be her. Tryna copy all my flow, shut the fuck up, buy a feature. Oh wait, you can't because you're broke, and you only drop big sleepers on my dick, bitch.
This one's a vibe for sure. The beat is bouncy, and the track as a whole just has a lot of energy. It's got some silly, goofy moments, which makes it hard for me to criticize seriously. I don't find it to be a quintessential Brokey listen, and it's quite short at 1:22. But I think it's worth a whirl.
Me out of that pussy boy talking me, touching me, you know your Mayho fucking me. I know you don't like that your Mayho hugging me, loving me, you know that bitch trying to cuddle me. Damn, she is not faithful. I hate your music, that shit was disgraceful. Yeah, I fuck your bitch and that shit was so graceful. Blowing my low right in your mama's face.
This song feels like a joke, right? But Brokey's aggressive delivery, along with the crazy beat and the funny bars, make it just a genuinely good song. This song is like a realized version of some of the C-tier songs for me. I think it's one of the better ignorant Brokey songs. There's not really much else to add, it's just a hitter.
How the fuck I'm a lick when it's every day, I was getting right. Honestly, all I wish for is my friends feeling like God. Honestly, all I wish for is a new house for my mom. Shout out to my brother Phil, hope you rest in peace wherever you are.
An excellent opener to Moi B-side. It's got a bit of a bittersweet tone, as Brokey raps about dealing with the problems of growing up and leaving things behind. The instrumental has a great guitar and backing vocals, while Brokey has some great melodic rapping and singing. Has a bit of a different vibe compared to the rest of the Moi B-sides, but honestly I think it fits well with the theming and works well standalone. I think the beat on this track goes absolutely nuts. The intro is ethereal, the 808s are hard, but not too aggressive. The synths are addictive ear candy to me. It's just all fantastic. Brokey definitely knew what to do with this song too, because she coasts on it so well. There's some great vocal moments here too, which I just always enjoy. It's also got a Brokey classic of slowing the song down at the end, which for this one I think it works quite well.
Looking at my TV screen, got a local bouncing back and forth for me, yeah. I feel my phone buzz and I get it text. See your number pop up asking me for sex. I tell you slide, you come over and I let you in, but it ain't nothing since we only friends with benefits.
I know in some of the lower tier songs, a common comment was that they felt minimalistic. I find that this song is the absolute antithesis of that. There's constantly something going on that catches the air, whether it's the fantastic guitar loop or the fun drum pattern. Brokey's vocals are genuinely gorgeous too, and I really find the sentiment of the song to be enticing. I really have nothing to complain with this one, it's just an extremely solid track.
Bitch, I'm so violent with the flows that I've been writing. Got a goth bitch writing, she look just like Billie Eilish. Leave them so silent, Mr. Walk with the sprite. I call that shit science. That boy music ain't no writing. Got me.
The beat here is insane. The distorted 808's fucking hit. Brokey's delivery is perfectly aggressive and her bars are fucking clean. Like,
Turn it up to a pilot 45, gon' leave a fire.
is nuts. There's not much else to add. It's just a simple no melody track that absolutely hits.
I've been feeling so lost. Walk to AMP and for some chips, what it cost. Look down in my wallet. I forgot I spent all of my money on that stupid ass top.
Sad Brokey tracks are something else. All the elements of the song come together to make just something really somber and meaningful. Brokey's got some great vocals, the guitar and drum pattern are nice and catchy, and overall I'm quite fond of how the whole thing sounds. Brokey's got some introspective lyrics about trying to overcome the inability to enjoy life with the looming feeling of gender dysphoria. Certainly one of the most meaningful songs on the rankings so far, and absolutely sets the mood for the Pink Hair EP.
50s on 50s on 50s, I double them, hundreds on hundreds on hundreds. Yeah, I got them wondering, asking who done it. Like Brokey been doing it, that don't be frontin', no. Bitch, I be killing shit, I'm on my Venice shit, I'm on my shawty. He know that I'm drilling it later. I'm eating that acid that's up in the paper. I feel like a trapper, I got all this paper.
This is a nice low-key banger. Brokey's high-pitched vocals on this song really set the vibe for me, along with the beat being a little bit more mellowed out. It doesn't have a lot of notable lyrical content for me, but her flows are kind of perfect for this type of beat. There's not a ton going on outside of that, but I feel like it's got a unique vibe, and unlike actually drunk driving in a Porsche, feels like a smooth ride the whole way through.
Every beat down killing is minimal effort, I ain't even trying. Most of these rappers cannot get a feature. If they say they got it for free, then they lying. Cause I'm getting racks and I'm putting these hundreds of stacks in a pyramid like we the mines. I'm finna blow up in this bitch like a mine, and I keep it 100, I keep it a diamond. And bitch, I'm the best.
This is definitely a Brokey banger. The track sounds like a slasher horror film with these like horror string type melody things going over the hard-hitting kick. Brokey spits some shit on this song, and has some fun flows with a decent chorus. The black feature is decent. It's not mind-blowing, but he definitely doesn't take away from the song at all. It's a bit more of a standout on Richie for me.
Hair all up in my face while we fuck. Yo, bitch, call me step bro, SAC stuck. Yo, bitch, told me I can get it, no bug. That bitch go to college, she get brain like Elon Musk.
Brokey's best old song, in my opinion. Her rapping is solid with a few witty lyrics thrown in there, and a nice aggressive delivery. I enjoy the vocal samples spliced into the beat. It gives the song a bit of a lighter vibe despite Brokey's lyrics and delivery. It's also got another classic Brokey slowdown at the end, which I honestly find helps the pacing of the song a bit. There's not much outside of that, but it's got some good flows and a cool beat.
No key to fit, is that frostlight? Yeah, in a whip, then I drop that top. Yeah, why yo bitch won't shoot her shot? Yeah, I'm with a clip, we on your block. Yeah.
This song is just infectiously bouncy. The beat is pretty simple, but works well with its rapid-fire hi-hats and snare hits. Brokie's flows are great, and the chorus is catchy as hell. It's short and sweet, and is overall just a great vibe. I'm not going to lie, I was quite adverse to this song on first listen. Now, I have no idea what I was hearing on the first listen, because the song is gas. The production on this track is quality, and Brokie's vocals are just ethereal and really just nice to listen to. The beat is handled well, with a nice vocal sample and some nice bass to it. It's a great upbeat, bubbly track in my opinion. This song is definitely a vibe. The chorus is so catchy, with some great vocals from Brokie. She has some really nice extended deliveries, which I really enjoy. The beat is nice and chill, and overall well composed, fits the album really well. As a whole, it's just a nice solid melodic track all around. The vocals on this track are silky. The autotune is utilized extremely well on Brokie's singing. The instrumental is very well done, from the spacey synths to the cinematic bass hits. It all complements Brokie's vocals extremely well. Honestly, just an amazing opener to Moi. It establishes the tone and themes super well, and honestly always just gets me in the mood to listen to it.
I think that I'm obsessed with you. Always thinking what's the message you.
Float and reverb enjoyers will probably love this one. The chorus on this track is catchy, and as a whole I really just enjoy the vocals. The song has some good late night feels vibes, and I can get behind that. The lyrics feel fitting and contribute to the bittersweet tone, which I can't deny is a bit infectious, as is obvious by it being my second favorite on the Pink Hair EP. To get the obvious out of the way, yes, this is a 2-minute song where a full minute is used purely as a skit. However, it is a funny skit, and the actual 1 minute of rapping is fantastic. Would likely be an S tier track if it was just a full song. Brokie's got some amazing rapping and flows, and honestly just fun bars. And the beat feels like a car chase scene. It's just absolute chaos, and I don't know, I just love it. It's a great opening to Richie.
You won't take my ass to court for some assault. Calling on my lawyer, he a good man, call him Saul. I'm gon' beat the case, then pull up to the mall. Meet this bitch again, and then we fucking on default, yeah.
The song has a great bubbly vibe, which can be said for a lot of the songs on Moi. However, I feel like this one still hits a little bit compared to some of the more sleepy tracks. It's a bit of a low-key banger. The beat has some cool melodies using the synths and pads, and a fun hi-hat pattern. Brokie's vocals sound great for the most part, and she really just sounds like she's having a good time on the beat. Also, the little end bit is nice as well. It's fun and cute. It's been a while since we've heard a Raw XD song. This track has a real dreamy, upbeat vibe, which I like. I really enjoy the breakbeat type drum loop going on in this song, and I think Brokey flows over it extremely well. She's also got some great filters and tones going on this track. The chorus is nice and catchy, and the song overall is a bop. Funnily enough, despite it being so high, it's definitely not one of my favorites off the EP.
Why she on my dick by my chest? You ain't getting on this shit, you ain't getting on this bread. I ain't fucking with no chicks, now she giving me good head. If you saw the drop top, you would wish that you were dead. Get your bands up.
This song is just a straight up banger. Brokey flows non-stop, adding some nice variety to her delivery. The filter is a Brokey staple at this point, but it does really work well with the tone of the song. The beat is nice and simple, but it adds different elements to keep things interesting. Overall, this is a pretty solid bop from the Moi album.
I'm glad that we both wanna moved on. Do you still bump all the songs you got put on? Are you over me too when you ride? Are you over me too, right?
A very beautiful closer to Moi. Brokey has some really nice vocals on this track, with some sad lyrics about breaking up and moving on. The song overall feels a bit bittersweet, with Brokey confronting all her past mistakes and attempts to either reconcile or move on from the past. Probably one of the better Brokey sad songs. This one always makes my heart ache.
Your bitch said I'm toxic. Guess you had to fuck me in a hazmat backtrack. I was flipping cars like some blackjack. Listen to your music, whole gang made a laugh track. Sell the snapbacks, make a hella money. I got fast stacks. Whip Tarantino, I was half black.
Quite a unique tone for a Brokey banger. She's got a bit more of a monotone cadence, but instead of coming off as boring, it's honestly just a bit chill. The chorus is also quite memorable. The laugh track actually being in the song adds a lot of charm for me. The lyrics and flow are typical solid Brokey stuff, and it has the breakdown at the end of the song, but this one might be one of my favorites. There's something about the more monotone track that really works for me here. Also, the slowdown on the laugh track is a bit haunting, which is pretty rad in my opinion. Definitely one of the more memorable tracks off of Richie for me.
If you a baddie, might fuck right in London. If you don't got money, little bitch, I can't bond with you. No, bro, I ain't making a song with you. Big ol' fat pen in my neck, look like Sonic you. Oh God, I know marijuana you. You don't want small little homie, I promise. I got this XD on my hip, it might swallow you.
Brokey's got some fantastic rapping on this song. She's constantly changing up the tempo of her rhymes, which keeps the track fresh. She's also just got some funny bars on this song. The chorus is just iconic, and Brokey does it all over a quite solid beat. This track might be one of the most ISSBROKIE tracks she's ever made, if that makes any sense.
Every beat I touch is gold like I'm Midas. If we beefing, then you know I'm gon' knife it. When it comes to tracks, you know that I'm nicest. Everything I drop exploding like ice.
This song goes way too hard for its lack of seriousness, with some bouncy 808s and a clean piano sample. It switches up a bit to have even harder hitting 808s, which adds a nice bit of variety to the beat. Brokey raps very smooth over it too. She swaps between a pretty chill cadence at the beginning into a more aggressive delivery, which amps up the energy of the track nicely. There's also just some silly bars on this song, which definitely gives it a bit of a distinct personality. I wasn't expecting to rank this song so high, but I've kind of come to just really like it.
Ain't got my license yet, but I'm still whipping that hard. No, I do not do that Percocet, but I be fucking with sex on the low. Fucking that bitch, she my friend, fucking that bitch, she my bro. Yeah, and I'm gonna be grabbing her pecs, she asked me to grab in her throat.
Run It Up is a banger with a bit more of a low-key, laid-back vibe. It sounds great. Brokey really sounds like she's just having fun on the song. The chorus is super memorable and the beat is just fantastic. It's upbeat and bubbly, which really fits Brokey's tone on the song. Brokie's flows and cadence throughout are just both super fun. It's an absolute bop. The song also doesn't take itself too seriously, with some funny, memorable moments.
Yeah, boy, dropped an EP, I'm a rest up.
It's one of my absolute favorites off of Ma.
Yeah, making cover art, fucking with the contrast. Watching Super Mega while I think of Sonic contracts. I'm hella hungry in my studio, too compact. Lost track of hours where my arms inside the clock at.
This is just a super chill track where Brokie just fucking goes. The lo-fi beat and Brokie's slick rhymes make the song a top tier vibe. Lyrically, Brokie jumps from topic to topic with some solid transitions through storytelling. There's nothing absolutely mind-blowing about this song, but it's such a fun listen that putting it any lower feels wrong. The fat 808s on this track go kind of nuts. Like, they are seriously deep. The song as a whole has a bit of a slower vibe, which I can get behind. Brokie has some crazy auto-tune in her voice, and the vocals as a whole sound fantastic. She gives a very memorable vocal performance, and some of the lines in the chorus are just catchy as hell. It's absolutely a great track and a standout on the Moi B-side.
I can't help but cry now, I remain a cold. Oh, pity party, I'm having pity parties. Oh, I feel so cold. For me.
This fucking song, man. This song is like an anthem. The instrumental is fantastic, Brokie's vocals are amazing. She sings about many different aspects, all relating to gender dysphoria, such as difficulty with social interactions, embarrassment, and feeling inadequate. It's a really touching track, and easily the best song in the Pink Air EP for me.
Winning every day like I don't got an option. Mostly y'all be losing like y'all pay for taking losses. Yeah, coming going up just like a rocket. Pulling up to Houston just to fuck a bitch in Austin. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way to Boston.
Brokie's vocals on this track are just super clean. The beat is heavenly with this crazy like vocal snippet layered in it, and Brokie slides over this beat too, with some really classy flows. The bars aren't mind-blowing, but there's a lot of nice rhymes here, and the outro segment is also really important for setting up what happens in Into You/You So Fine. I really like this one. It almost feels cinematic.
Fucked up, all my homies turning into odds. Really in the field, really with the chop, really in my field. Think about my pop, you know why we're healed. Sorry that I'm not trying to wear a tux. To me that shit counterfeit. Sorry that I wanna feel a power bitch. Sorry if you thinking I about this shit because I'm never ever going out of it.
A Brokie banger alert. This song has some real class comedy such as
Actually, never mind. Get off of my girl dick. I'm the fucking goat.
and these parts really don't get old for me despite how silly they might be on first listen. I also just love beat switches, and this song contains two great ones. Going from a slower beat to something with a little bit more tempo to just something super bouncy. Brokie raps great and has solid lyrics throughout. Not a Richie track I initially clicked with, but has quickly become one of my favorites on the whole album.
I whip out my dick and she call it outstanding, but Brokey be feminine, bitch got me pandy. On my dick is feminine, bitch, I'm not manly. I stay with some demons like Billy or Mandy. I'm really a demon, I put that on family. I stay in a mess like I'm asking for candy. I stay in a mask all the time, it's uncanny.
As far as I can tell, this is Brokie's most popular song, at least on YouTube Music. And I can tell why. This is prime ignorant Brokie. With a total of 3 different no melody beats and a gassed up Brokie, yeah, this song hits. She goes all in with her aggression and has some absolute killer lines and flows. There's a certain lack of fucks to give in Brokie's voice this time around, and it just gives the song a real piss off energy. The absolute variety of Brokie we get in this 4-minute track is outstanding. Certainly a classic Brokie banger.
lot for myself. Karma mob is the reason I'm not by myself. No, we all got our problems, but honestly felt too obnoxious to talk or acknowledge the help I was offered. It's obvious I had a lot of shit I could spit off at the top cause the trauma and cards I was dealt.
Brokie's rap prowess really shows on this song. The beat is pretty basic, which kind of puts everything on her vocals. She has just some absolutely crazy flows and rhymes on this song. It's probably some of her best fast rapping. She mentions how hard she's been working on everything, including moi, which is pretty cool in hindsight. There's really not much to it, it's just a fantastic rap track.
Shout out SF, really shitty, but I was left. I live pity parties in the test, but the rap game in the pest. Tryna lead off of your success. Shout out to Karma if it's still around when you listening, but it's best.
The dichotomy on this track is one that I'm quite fond of. It's all somewhat retrospective, with the first half being about all the insecurities and struggles that Brokie has had in the past and present, and the second half is discussing the state of the rap game and moving on to be better. It's expressed through some great flows over this really nice, relaxing beat. Definitely a great chill song, while still being a hitter.
Why you critiquing my art? You ain't listen from the start. I'm a bitter bitches in my heart. That's why my music kinda dark. Rappers can't play guitar. You ain't really with the cars. I just quit smoking gas, packing the cards. All my homies wanna narc.
It's honestly kind of shocking to me that this isn't the intro track to Bitter Bitch. Just something about it really feels like an opener to me. Aside from that, I love this song. The intro is fantastic, with such a nice-ass bass and amazing vocals. The instrumental as a whole just goes crazy. The second part comes in and it switches everything. A minimalistic beat drops in and Brokie starts rapping about times she felt bitter, and that regret of being bitter for no reason really hits her. I really like the dichotomy of this track. It starts as a grandiose middle finger of people criticizing her and turns into something more minimalistic and introspective. I find that it really sets the tone of the entire album, and it's just a great song.
I did that shit just to flex. Get that cage, you listen, none of my names. Come on, no, we really on next. How the fuck do we get our crack? Certified when I look at my text. I'm all love and I'm over the sex. Up above when I ain't putting.
This is the penultimate track from moi, and honestly it feels a bit like a part 1 to the actual finale. The instrumental for the song is great. It's got a slick bass and these sparkly pads. Brokie's got great vocals as always. She talks about how she feels trapped because of her thoughts of a past love interest. Overall, it's a fantastic, sad melodic track.
Shirt too tight for a girl like me. Skirt too high for this plain white tee. So I never have a speech trying to say my piece.
This song is about Brokie's insecurity due to her gender dysphoria. It's got a really nice ukulele melody and Brokie's singing is excellent. Once I actually read into the lyrics, I saw the hoodie being a bit of a shield for Brokie. It covers things that she's insecure about. It's a bit of a heartache of a song, which always gets me. It's definitely a great sad Brokie song.
Give you sweater back in person that I promise you. On a Ferris wheel in LA, hugging as the sun gets low.
This is such a sweet song. The instrumental is so pretty, and the radio filter on Brokie's vocals are pretty nice. She has some great singing, and her lyrics show that she's truly infatuated with this person. She says a lot with little words here, and overall this track is just a nice little piece of sweetness in her discography. A really nice opener to the :3 EP. It's got a great beat with the bounciest 808s I've heard, and this chime type melody almost. Brokie has great vocals and flows on this track, and overall it just seems like she's having fun. The vibes are immaculate, and it obviously establishes the tone of :3 pretty well. It's great for a slightly more chill mood.
It's official to my mama, I'm a rapper. I feel at peace with what I'm doing, yeah, it's settled now. Let's treat this like a new chapter. It's broken.
This beat is so fucking good. It uses a great sample with vocals spliced in, and Brokey slides on this shit so hard, weaving braggadocious subject matter in with real shit. It feels like a bit of a culmination of everything that makes her what she is. She's also just got a bit of a Chance the Rapper scream at the end, which is just kind of a hilarious end stinger, and it definitely never gets old. Definitely a bop, and a track that's constantly in my rotation.
Feeling stony, no cobble. She say that my tunes are so awful. I think that she's sick of me. I'ma roll up and hit the weed. Shawty suck on my dick, but don't know I'm a hit and leave. Maybe I'm a bad person. I know that she hurting. Yeah, I really think she was digging me.
Brokey is an absolute killer on this track. The beat is pretty low key at the beginning, but it quickly ramps up to become one of her hardest beat switches in my opinion. She's also got bars on this track.
Hit him with a right left like the baby king dance.
And
Pull out the Glock, have him caramel dancing.
are two of my favorites. Her rapping ability is exercised quite well on this track. It's a certified Brokey banger.
Who told you the GOAT? Boy, you really weak. I'm silly geeking off the Percocet, bitch, I'm a pilly freak. Shout out to my Spotify little homies with the milli streams. You ain't finna hear this cause young Brokey cannot get a lease.
This one's a real bop. Brokey has a crazy consistency with her flow on this track. The beat has a really nice woodwind-esque sample, which really supports the bouncy 808s. The vocal filter is fire as always, and she's got a end bit that I assume is supposed to be reminiscent of Lil Darky's end stinger on Year of the Cap, which I find to be quite funny. Overall, I don't have a ton to say, but this song's just absolute heat.
Like your hands in his shirt, entwined cords and his laughing smirk.
This track is so minimalistic, yet it's so beautiful. It's just a nice acoustic guitar and Brokey's gorgeous singing. But that's honestly one of my favorite genres of music. This is probably Brokey's best singing, and is only just outside of the S tier due to the fact that Brokey has so many amazing tracks. I would absolutely love if there were more Brokey songs in this style. It's just amazing.
I'm trying to get to the checks, I get for creating like so hit me up when I'm up, talking about some fake shit like if you ain't talking about the box, bitch, don't say shit like I really never gave a fuck about being famous like
The beat is pretty low key with some deep 808s, which really allows Brokey's vocals to go off on the song. Brokey's singing is so good on this track. She's got a deeper, nonchalant vibe, which gives the track just such a unique vibe. She calls out snakes who switched up on her and speaks about her desire to be #1, while also not really caring about being famous. As a whole, it's an amazing bop with a bit of a slower tempo.
yeah, my bad, was that out loud? Yo, we smoking pound for pound, this shit got us on the ground. Yeah, she said she like how I sound, and I'm feeling like the queen of where she bow right down.
Remember when I called Push to Start somewhat cinematic? If that's the case, then this song's literally a movie. Like, I can picture everything, and a progression from infatuation with a girl to a relationship with a guy. The two songs meld together super well and tell a story of Brokey's love life. Both beats are fantastic. They're pretty chill in their own way. The first beat almost has like a lo-fi vibe with more subdued elements, and the second beat is a little bit more bright with some banging 808s. The end segment is my favorite Brokey skit of all time. You can picture the scenario and it sounds so real and cinematic, it's extremely impressive. It also has See-Through playing in the background, which is the song that comes right after this one. Quite a little clever piece of foreshadowing. This is up there in every aspect, and is just short of being S tier. We are finally in the S tier. Holy shit, this thing's almost over. This song gives off This song gives off some indie rock vibes. With the banging bass and the guitar along with the catchy hook, this track really feels like a pop hit. The vocal filter is great as usual and Brokie's singing sounds amazing. She discusses how an ex left her and how much this person changed for the worse, reminiscing about a time where they were together and happy. I really enjoy this track, it slots nicely in the bitter bitch.
Back when I was still a little kid on Kansas Circle, when my father told my mama he ain't want me. I was purple from the bruises, fighting kids at school. I thought I wanted murder, but I really wanted music and expression through the verb.
For an interlude, this track goes so hard. Brokie just spits the shit on her brain, including her brother passing away due to cancer, getting into smoking at 12, and breaking off with her father. She raps it all so smoothly over this slick beat with a nice guitar and bass on it. Brokie aired out so much on this track, it's hard not to be sympathetic. It's a great chill rap track with some meaningful lyrics.
I'm open a UFO, knocking out verses like UFC. Got a chain on my neck and it's too heavy. Call my mama at chain and UNV. I've been stacking up G's and a USD. I might fuck it, yo B, then I move and leave. Got a perk on my shoulder, it's blue SV. Got a scarf on my shoulder, it's Burberry.
UFO is a quintessential Brokie listen in my opinion. Everything about this song just goes hard. The beat is fantastic, and the track overall fits the tone of Richie perfectly to me. Brokie has some really good flows, and honestly just goes all in at the end, which just is a treat to listen to. It's a certified Brokie classic, and likely the most iconic track off of Richie.
I hit your bong in the rain even though I didn't want to. Text on my phone that I've yet to respond to. It's been 3 years since you split, still hurts that I wronged you. I hope the way you want me ain't the way that I want you to.
The instrumental here is just so gorgeous. Brokie has really nice vocals, and overall it's just chill despite the lyrics. The concept of Rain reminding Brokie of someone she doesn't want to think about tugs at my heartstrings. It's a fantastic Brokie sad song. Well, there's not much else to say.
Hold up, shawty got shot by Cupid. Makeup in the mirror got me feeling like the cutest. New VVS on my neck, I'm suited. Meditating in some orange drip like a Buddhist. Wait, hold up, wait. All of my idols are corny outside of they raps.
The vibes are immaculate. It's almost like a Colon 3 track to me. I don't know, she's just got a bit of that queenly vibe. The beat is bouncy and wavy. Brokie's flows are super varied and memorable in this song. She's also got a good singing bit at the end, which is great. Although the lines are super catchy and just feel fun to listen to. This was instantly on loop the first time I heard Moi B-side. It's just pure fun.
Fucked up in my friend's car, throw it up. Grab a glass of Henny, pour a shot, then throw it up. I can't focus, I got butterflies, they flying in my guts. I'm desensitized to harming myself, think that I might. Ow.
I really enjoy the almost ethereal lo-fi vibe on this song. Brokie's vocals are drowning in reverb, which just adds to the feeling. She sings and raps extremely well on this song, and the lyrics contain some meaningful conversation about self-harm. Brokie discusses how she's become desensitized due to an abundance of negativity, and hurts herself just to feel something, apologizing to her mom for what she's done. It's a bit haunting, and I do really feel for the sentiment presented in this song. It's a great bop, but once you dig a bit deeper into the lyrics, it's a little hard not to get emotional.
I do not fight. Yeah, it's gonna be alright, get slashed when I pull up at night. I feel like chasing boys when I catch him, it's on sight. I'm chilling with the homies, smoking blunts, I need a light.
This beat is actually insane. The synths and 808s give this track such a just crazy vibe. It genuinely feels like floating in the sky. Brokey has some great flows and her vocals just sound absolutely fantastic. It's also got one of the better end of song slowdowns in my opinion. It's a go-to melodic track for me when I need something a bit more energetic. This is a fantastic, pure melodic track. Brokey's reverbed vocals give such an amazing singing performance through her range and just a touch of autotune. The bridge and chorus are infectious ear candy. The instrumental gives off a great feel-good, almost nostalgic vibe. It's easily one of Brokey's best love songs.
This body ain't mine, I don't know where I should run or should go just to feel like myself.
In my opinion, this song is the ultimate emotional payoff for Bitter Bitch. Brokey discusses how it's been taking forever to get better. The track continues with the ethereal vibe that many of the other Bitter Bitch songs have, and it really feels like a culmination of realizations that Brokey is stuck in a state of depression. Her singing is fantastic, and there's a beauty in the simplicity of the instrumental. This is the perfect late night driving song. The vibes are just off the charts.
Baby, am I being too clingy?
The musical counterpart to Forever, in my opinion, the vibes of both songs are extremely similar, being just Brokey's vocals and a guitar. This song sets up the tone of Bitter Bitch perfectly, with Brokey questioning herself about all these different things, and allowing her to answer all these questions in the songs to come. The guitar and the singing are also just gorgeous. Despite my claim before that Bitter Bitch, the song, had opener energy, I am definitely not complaining that this is the first song on Bitter Bitch, the album. A very unique song containing a very bubbly beat, which is contrasted by Brokey's extremely aggressive tone and fast flows. I think it meshes together superbly well though. Brokey's flows and vocals are great, and the beat is no slouch either, with lots of fun little elements that pull the whole song together. There's also a nice little end bit that's unobtrusive and funny, so that's a little cherry on top. It's just a really fun song to listen to.
Dirty Glock and it came with a beam. Curry shots, he get hit with a 3. You the cops, why you say you a G? You really not, little boy, you a meme. What's up, is he taking a D? While I merely rock to the motherfucking beat. ISSBROKIE, MUD on the PROD.
An absolute Brokey banger. Her energetic, aggressive delivery gives the track a real kick. Couple that with the nasty 808s, and yeah, this track is a hitter. There's so many good flows and rhymes on this song. It's short and sweet, but it really is an excellent choice for a hard-hitting Brokey song.
You looked at me like you thought I was dead. I replay that moment while I'm in my bed, staring at my ceiling, trying to make out what you say. Let me up in the boat to get you up out of my head.
I find the song to be the ultimate emotional payoff for the entire Moi album. Brokey reminisces about her mistakes with this girl over such a beautiful instrumental. Brokey's vocals are absolutely gorgeous, and she just outs everything that was on her chest. She's attempting to make amends with her mistakes with this girl who now hates her, and it's just an emotionally powerful song. In my opinion, this is the most important track on Moi, and arguably one of Brokey's most important tracks overall.
I don't need your baggage, I already got mine.
This song genuinely feels like it could be a pop banger. It's got such an incredibly catchy chorus, and Brokie's reverb-drenched vocals just sound fantastic. The bass and the guitar and the instrumental are super smooth. Brokie sings about a girl who's been trying to link back up, and Brokie essentially telling her to fuck off with this song. It's got a bit of a different vibe to a lot of the songs on Bitter Bitch, but I really like it. Honestly, the vibes are just immaculate through this entire EP. I'm a fan of the faster-paced drum loop with Brokie's ethereal singing. The instrumental is awesome and accentuates Brokie's verse and chorus very well. She has so many unique deliveries on this song, and the effects on her voice are just great. She sings about a girl that she knew in high school that changed for the worse, and the splitting off that resulted. It's a great melodic track if you want something that's chill but still has a little bit of energy to it.
The only rapper in this fucking scene ain't need a cosign from Spider and any of the collectives y'all be hoeing for. So grab up on my dick just like your bitch and start to choke it more. You slow and poor if you ain't bought a feature for a price, but I've been getting clout and I ain't bought no features in my life.
The beat on this track goes insane. It's got such a distinct sound compared to everything else on Richie. And Brokie delivers. I think she absolutely slaughters this track. She flexes her flows and rhymes, and she goes in on just about everyone in this song. Brokie spitting her shit is definitely one of my favorite types of Brokie songs, and Saitama, along with a few others, are the pinnacle of this type of track for me. It's quite unique for a Richie track, but I think it stands out in a great way.
Hoes cannot match the pen game. That's why I ain't shocked when I'm hearing what all them say. I'm on top, shooting past whoever send hate. Still on Ben Lab, I get guap passing senseis.
The beat on this song has such a freshness to it. With piano, unique drums, and a boing sound, it's fun and it hits without needing to be hard. And honestly, Brokie glides effortlessly on this track with some great rhymes. It all comes together to make a better than you without really trying vibe that we love to see from a queen. It's definitely a go-to chill rap song for me.
Whoa, you can't compete, I look at your face, it's under my feet. Now you got a fetish, you stay gonna me. I know why these rappers be hating on me. They hate the competitive nature of me. I'm way too competitive like dangerous. Now these rappers just copy the cadence of me. I promise ain't nobody greater than me.
An absolutely destructive track. A really nice beat switch comes in as the song continues to ramp up, and it's just fantastic. When the sirens come in, it really energizes the track for me. Brokie rides on this beat incredibly well, utilizing a huge variety of flows, which makes each segment of the song just feel completely unique. There's some real gold in the rhymes and lyrics in the song, which just makes it fun to listen to. Best track off of Richie, in my opinion. Easy.
Older brother up in rehab, no shame in it, pick your crown up. Other brothers in the pen, fucking with the fan, hope they make it out, bruh. Switching wristband 10 while I'm in the Benz, moving with the rounds, bruh. All these rappers got me bent, trying to get me sent back to the pound, bruh.
This is just another fantastic chill hitter. The beat has these deep 808s that get held on for a while and makes them just sound nasty. There's a bit of an ethereal melodic sample inserted into the beat, which gives it the chiller vibe. Also, Brokie just kills this beat. There's a lot of great multi-syllable and internal rhymes in this song, which shows some good lyricism from her. The end bit is quite the funny reveal, and overall I like the beat enough that just getting a bit of instrumental at the end of the track really doesn't bother me. It's definitely a great straightforward rap song.
Feeling like I've lost my way. Maybe I just need to embrace all of my own past mistakes. And maybe I will have my...
This track has some beautiful singing from Brokie as she gives her most haunting performance. She talks about how her emotions are out of control when she's alone, and how she's been on the edge of suicide. Brokie's got so much emotion in her voice as she exclaims that the pain needs to stop. It's truly painful to think about. I believe this is an extremely important song for Brokey and those who will sympathize with this song. It's a gorgeous yet terrifying display of pain-feeling art.
Though I gone through tribulations with some trials laid out for me. It's been a little harder ever since I came out. Family dinners, only politics won't come out their mouth. My family see me as a politic, that's why I stay out.
This is a top-tier rap track. It's got a lot of real shit in it, including Brokey's avoidance of rap beef, old friends, family problems, and whack rappers. The beat has a clean drum loop and bass, along with really nice vocal-esque melody. Brokey spits extremely well on this song, and the realness in the lyrics make you want to listen to what she's really saying. An absolute Brokey classic in my opinion.
Skirt on my hip, got fixed it. I look rich on my diamonds drip. My shit hit, I don't miss your Spotify shit, it's kinda mid. I got racks, I got bricks, I got ass, I make thick. I got abs underneath my tits, and I'm way too brag, you I'm way too bitchless.
This song blew my mind when I first heard it. The chorus is probably the catchiest one she's ever made. The flow and deliveries on this track are just so fun to listen to. It's decently technically impressive, and she has some great bars on here too.
I gotta train and shoot like a bullet, no monorail.
Is one of Brokey's best lines ever in my opinion. I also would like to mention
Me smoking a pat when I'm smoking a pat.
the beat also deserves to be mentioned. It's got these lo-fi-esque keys while having a bouncy kick in 808. When the single dropped for moi, I knew it was going to be something special.
All these fucking comments hate on me cause I'm transgender shit. Keep on fucking commenting that shit pay for my estrogen like ha 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 ha. Why your bitch won't fuck on me like ha 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 ha. Why the ops be ducking me like ha ha ha.
So, little story before. This is actually the first song I ever heard from Brokey. YouTube kind of just plopped in my feed like it does with some random songs that have like 10 views, and I just like to click on those sometimes just to see. This one had a bit more traction though, so I clicked on it and was a bit interested about what I heard. And here we are. Anecdote aside, this is a top tier track. The beat is fantastically hard. It's got a sick synth and these fat 808s, and Brokey's rapping on this track is fantastic. She really brings it with this no fucks given aggressive delivery that she's perfected over all these songs. She's really got some fun lines on this track, and overall the vibe is just absolute perfection. The song is straight up just fun to listen to, and an absolute bop.
Take the fakes, be talking about anybody face to face, go place to place, cause I'm trying to race the Texas. I bring up putting your face in space. My babe got weight, so I just might make your mate. They told me to get on more first, so I hate to play alone with the beats that I'm giving me, cause I embrace the hate.
Hard. Just hard. Okay, I guess I have to elaborate a little bit more than that. The beat is insane, with constant switch-ups that add so much variety. When the sirens come in on the second hook, it feels like you're in a car chase scene. The absolute star of the show here is Brokey though. Her flows are absolutely perfect on this song. The variety in her tempo and cadence is absolutely unmatched. Her speed on this song is just nuts too. Like, if you couldn't tell by now, this chick can rap. She even gets some yell rapping in here, and it's very, very good. It's an insanely high quality track.
Bad bitch, Brokey, big hair bitch, remove the flower, yeah. To them I'm such a tower, yeah. To them I'll overpower, yeah. Come on, we overpower, yeah. Fuck all them motherfucking jakes. Fuck all these motherfucking hoes, yeah. Fuck all them motherfucking fakes.
The vocal sample on this beat is so sick. It really hooked me in on first listen, and I was kind of blown away by the rest of the song. The drum loop and the bass here are both fantastic, and the song has some of my favorite Brokey vocals, honestly. It starts with the more typical high-pitched tone, but then she gets even more reverb and it just sounds fucking great. She even gets a little bit of rap in there, and just ties the whole thing together. It's also got a Brokey staple, being the post-end slowdown, and this one might be my favorite she's ever done. It has a bit of an ambient rain sound that continues even after the song cuts out, and it's just a great ending for the track. It's just a bop of a song.
No shades, no whip, no keys, I cannot lose it. No way, who this? I can never stress, but a broke bitch. Cruise gone, few trips, whipping on the block, bumping new shit.
I love Brokey's vocals on this track. They're so varied and fresh, it's just great. The chorus is super catchy and memorable, and her versatility is shown extremely well through rapping, with unique flows throughout. She's got some witty bars here too. The beat is immaculate, it's so wavy, and the 808s just bang. Also, her little at the end is such a good send-off for the song, it's perfect. It's a good blend of melodic and rap while just being chill as fuck.
But when you're not around, I barely leave the house. You made me wanna be a better person, but I can't seem to figure you out. My self-hate causes doubt, all I want to leave my mouth.
There's just so much to love about this track. It's a Brokey love song, but it's from a different perspective than a lot of the others. It's Brokey desperately confessing to this person that she loves them and that she wants to be more than friends. The instrumental has these keys that just hit in the perfect way. And Brokey's vocals are fantastic throughout. She hits the chorus so good, it's an absolute earworm. There's even a part where the vocal effects drop out and Brokey gives a bit of a rap verse, which is quite nice. It's an adorable, feel-good love song.
Truly starving for food and another beat I can slaughter. Whatever I spit is harder. Yo, rappers be flame retarded. I just bombard them with bars harder than Baldur's Gate bars could. Yo, bitch on the floor cause shoddy like feeling on hardwood. Yo, rappers just aren't good. Yo, rap like a narc would. It's Karma the Mob and you know it's Brokey from Bart Hood.
Unhinged titles aside, this track is some of Brokey's most impressive rapping. The rhymes are insane, with so many multi-syllable and internal rhymes that it's honestly a bit mind-blowing. Some of these bars and rhyme schemes are just impeccable.
I fuck with the cops, so it's still ACAB. I'm finna fuck the dots, so let me hop in ACAB.
Is such an amazing line. The beat is no slouch either, it's wavy as fuck, utilizing this sick jazz sample. It's also got a funny little bit at the end, and honestly this is just a fantastic rap track. I absolutely love this one.
Got minivans full of hella people, I ain't bigger than saying they been peeping all the shit I dropped, telling me they don't know how I ain't already at the top. I told them I'ma pass them and they wonder if that's cap or not. All these rappers cap a lot.
So by now I'm sure it's quite clear that I am a fan of Brokey just spitting her shit, and this song is the best example of that concept for me. Brokey speaks on topics such as fake friends, family, dead homies, not wanting to be signed to a label, parasocial relationships, and being too busy to make time for shit she doesn't really care about. Brokey has a really great variety of flows on this song, and the beat has great bass and vocal samples. It's a song with a lot of opinions and a lot of perspective, yet it's just still an absolute banger, and Brokey's flow is just immaculate here. Really.
I keep me a ratchet inside of my hoodie. You smoking on me? I'm smoking on cookies. My stack a little bitch. She tapping the woody like bitch. Whoosh. Left her shooky. The plug got some shoomies. I might take a lookie. Then juggle my run off for all of his goodies. He sat on the ground crying out like how could she?
And finally, after all this time, the #1 Brokey song, in my opinion, is Bouncin' Freestyle. In my mind, this might be a bit of a generic choice, but fuck man, it's just an insane song. 7 Times in Cry Station just did a fantastic job with this beat, and Brokey flows on this one so nicely. It just has an incredible energy to it. The mix of hard lines and humor is something Brokey is so good at, and this song is the best example of that in my opinion. there's a lot of small, clever lyrics that are just straight up fun to listen to. This is the second song that I've ever heard from ISSBROKIE, and I think that it absolutely cemented my love for this artist. If you had to listen to one song from this entire list, it should probably be this one. Oh my fucking god. It's finally over. Holy shit. If somehow you got all the way through this goddamn video, I want to thank you so much. I've been working on this video since the middle of November of 2023. And I've put so much effort into it. I know that the wonky audio, and it might not look like I tried, but I promise that I really did. If somehow this video does well, maybe I'll try something in the future that's kind of similar. I don't know, with some other artists I like. Who knows? I am a humongous ISSBROKIE fan, and I honestly have so many questions and things that I want to know, because I just genuinely think she's an interesting person. And it seems like there's a fair bit of lore to learn about her. I would love for any sort of ISSBROKIE interview to ever exist. I would just be very interested. And I would love to even have my own, if she would ever want to do something like that, I guess. Honestly, I'm just excited to see what comes in the future for ISSBROKIE content. I truly think she's an amazingly talented artist in every caliber, like physical art, digital art, music. She's got a creative mind like no other, and she's also fucking funny. She's hilarious, dude. Oh my god. Regardless, if everything goes according to plan, this video should be uploaded on the 4th of February, I believe. And that means that, as far as I know, this will be uploaded on ISSBROKIE'S birthday. So, happy birthday, I guess. This is a present, I suppose. I really severely underestimated how long this would take me. I thought I would be done by Christmas. Look how that turned out. For anyone that's still listening to anything that I'm saying, I really hope you have a great rest of your day. And I want to thank you again for spending 2 hours of your time, even if you were doing anything else. I appreciate you spending 2 hours listening to me and what I have to say. And I love you all so much. Mwah.